Hi everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. Now someone's asked me to do a tutorial on arrays. So arrays are a really handy way of grouping variables of the same type into one name or one object. Um, Best way to show you is just to show you. So let's just create a project, array tutorial, leave it standard, chuck a new class in there, and we'll call that arrays. Now, we'll just quickly chuck in our public static void main string, an array of args. Alrighty, now we could normally just create string, no capital S, student name, let's give it a 1 for the purpose of this, Paul, and we could copy that and if Eclipse would stop crashing on me, 2, 3, 4, so on, fill it up with as many variables as you like. They are all the same type. Doesn't necessarily have to have the same name in there. It can have anything you want. If it's a string, it can just be any string you want. Or another way is to create an array of strings to keep them all in the same object. Now we do that by calling the object, in this case a string, and this would work with your classes that you've made in Tute 8 or Tute 10 or your assignment 3, an object you can make an array of. In this case we're doing strings. So string array, and we'll give it a name of student names equals a new, as we did, a new object, but this time we had to tell it how much. Oops, put it inside there, bang. We now have 10 strings all encased in an array called student names, and we access them by using their element being 0 based. Now that line there is exactly the same. Why has it got args? That line is exactly the same as this line here. But the handy thing when you have an array is we can loop. Now, Guyan loves while loops, so let's use a while loop. So while I is less than student names dot, here's all our methods that are attached to a string array object. Let's use length, which we know equals 10. And let's chuck in a student names, our object, at the element, at the index number, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we're getting the while loop to count for us, so we don't have to count. And we don't have to keep looping the code and writing the same thing over and over and over. So we put in our index, put a nice little equal sign. Why do I keep getting that args? Go away. Student names at index equals, let's ask the user. JOption pane dot show input dialog. We have no frame, and the message is enter student name for element, and let's just chuck in the I, close it off. That will go through and ask 10 times for a name, filling it in student name 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9. And then when it gets to 10, it would stop, better increment, or it's going to infinite. Okay, so if we run that now, without pressing the cancel button, because that will give us null and make it crash, we can just chuck in a whole heap of names, doesn't matter what. We can see that the element is going up and it should stop there. Does nothing because, except for fill the array, but we're not displaying it. So it's exactly the same. Grab your while loop. Make sure we reset I to 0. And instead of asking for the array this time, we're going to print it out. So let's delete that. J option pane again. Control space is your friend, people. Show message. No frame. The message is going to be a student names at I. So I'm just going to run that again. We're asking for the names. Let's put in some real names now. This is all my group who are awesome. Apologies if I've forgotten anyone. I'm just going to do quick now. The rest is done. Paul, John, Mariam, alrighty. So on until we get to the end of the array. So what we've done is we have eliminated the need for this. We've popped all of these student names into an array, asked for them, printed them out using while loops, the dot length. There are so many more methods that you can use with arrays. Go to Oracle Docs, find out. But that is a very simple tutorial on how to do an array. Exactly the same as int student age, new int 10. Works exactly the same, and we can come through here and say student age at the same index equals a J option pane, but instead of student name, student age, and because it's an integer dot no. Eclipse, you're against me today. Pass int, and we wrap that in those brackets. So student names plus is, and then we chuck in student age I is that age years old. And no brownie points. Ooh, what have I got a red thing? Did I forget a plus? I did. No real brownie points. We know what's going to happen there because it's just going to go Paul. What's his age? 21. Yeah, right. And John, he is 18. I'm sure he'd love to be. And so on and so on. I'm just going to quickly fill this out with junk. I should have made that loop, that array a bit smaller for the purpose of this. Let's do that because that's going to take too long. Yes, because we hit cancel. Let's quickly make that 3, make that 3, run. Paul, 21, John, 18, Mariam is 34, well she's not, I think she's about 18. Paul is 21, John is 18, Mariam's 18. Done. I hope that explains arrays in the most simplest way. There are so much more you can do with them. 2-dimensional arrays, 3-dimensional arrays. If you want to know about that, let me know and I'll make a video on it, but I'm trying to keep them under 10 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. See you all next time.
Thank you for watching my daddy's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.